I got stuck on the other one. This is where I left it. Thank you. I'm going to draw a companion piece, but it will require me to draw hands, and I'm not looking forward to that. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, that's alright. We'll work with that. Oops. Did not mean to do that. Get rid of that. How's Pokemon? Have you started it yet? I saw a couple Japanese people already streaming it. Sketch layer. This layer is sketch. Not yet. You're really starting slow today, huh? That's good. Need to take it easy once in a while. Alright, let's draw the biggest forehead that the world has ever seen. Why are you not showing up? Why? Oh, because I'm erasing. That would be why. It's gonna suck, but you know, it is what it is. This is challenging myself artistically. Because if I can't get the color on the other one, I will make a companion piece. Also, the cat finally left my lap. Now I just have the dog. Let's see. Block it out first. Small bean. The kids also, yesterday was technically their Squid Day. The day that they first started playing Splatoon 3. And we couldn't celebrate that on the day that is also a child's birthday. It would not have ended well. So they got their Squid Day gifts. Because yes, apparently that's what we do with Squid Day gifts. We finally have the last missing amiibos that for the gear. Not for we don't have the variants. Oh my goodness. Dog, why are you stinky? A stinky pupper. Or is that Daddy's onions that are stinky? I think it's the onions that are stinky. Big old ears. Go to big old forehead. Little gremlin. Okay, I'm on the right layer. Yeah, I'm on the right layer. I just need the creative energy to flow my direction. LOL. I saw on Reddit last night. Not last night, this morning. This morning. I was up at like 5 o'clock this morning as tracks per usual. Her forehead's not big enough, but that's okay. I don't care. She's looking cute. I've been noticing improvements little by little, just being consistent with doing art in the mornings. And I appreciate the people that have been hanging out and chatting and encouraging to do more art, because I've missed it. Alright, what's going on with her hair? It's not like twisty, but it is twisty. We'll go about to there. Ew. Did you get your ramen done?
I'm gonna head up to the noon call.
To what?
Noon call.
The noon call. Alright.
Stay out of my face. Excuse me.
You don't want me in your face?
He was like here.
Yeah, because you smell like onions. Hey,
No, sir.
God. Corner. Thank you, sir.
I'm gonna head up.
Alright. She's looking cute too. I can draw again.
Right.
It's a French fry with a little beret.
Give her a baguette.
Give her a baguette and a baguette. Beret. Baguette.
Why does she have a baguette and a mustache? Hi, babe.
Wait, was that a Bluey reference?
It was.
Okay. I'm so tired.
So I said give her a mustache. And I said,
Emergency stash. Is ramen the food of the day today? I'll probably have ramen. No, I'm going to have leftover Chinese. I had some cake not long ago. I'm going to do some artistic liberty. Style choices. That's what happens when you sleep in. It's good to sleep in. I can't sleep in. Oh, yep, we do here too. Actually, I think I need to get more oyster crackers. Some Tamasuan. We'll undo that. We'll figure it out later. No, it's not just you. So, Mr. Foxy grew up in Cincinnati, and they're known for their own. Todd, get your nose away from that microphone. They're known for their own type of style of chili there that leans heavily into using oyster crackers. So we definitely go through a lot of oyster crackers. Go. Go. That's not for you. Get your nose off of my stuffed dog. No. I need my sketch color. I decided to save coloring for during the convention because I'm going to be sitting next to my friend Rue, who's definitely good at digital art. They were sketching with me before, or drawing with me before, and our neighbor is one that we've sat near before. They were our neighbor last year, and he does digital art, and so I'm just like, we will share the creative vibes. I'm actually not mad about this foreshortening. I'm usually terrible with foreshortening. I don't like how that looks. We'll have to figure this out. Let's see. That's a shoulder. That's an arm reaching that way. Okay, so how do we do this shirt? Because Fry's not exactly well endowed, and that's fine. I have trouble drawing things that don't have lots of curves. What was what? Una fresa? I don't know what I'm saying. I'm not paying attention to myself. The proportions are off. What do we do? That. There, that's better. I think. I'll have to come back to it. I don't pay attention to what I'm saying. I just talk to myself. Y'all are here along for the ride. Does she have like a turtleneck? I think it's a turtleneck. I need to go take a look. Yeah, it's like a turtleneck. Alright. I will say this one's going to challenge my skill a little bit more too, because she has so many little like tiny details on what she wears for the Halloween fest. Oh, and she's got that cute little curl back over here. She's turning out cute. She's definitely going to be a lot more work than Shiver was. Which also tracks. close spot. Let's do this. That looks cute. Astra, hurry, get there. Don't be late. She's got like some bracelets going on too. Let's try to fill in some fingers here. I'm not sure how well it'll work. It's not the worst, but I might have to come back to it. Hands suck. She's looking cute though. Hello, dog. I'm not mad that I couldn't color in the other one because she's looking cute. Nope, go lay down, bud. Hiya. She's getting there. I'm actually really pleased with how it's looking. She's looking pretty cute. Her forehead's not as big as it is in the game, but you know, artistic liberties. No mistaking who it is. I don't mean that in a bad way. Mr. Foxy also has a big forehead. I love a big forehead. Why does Nintendo hate you? You keep getting kicked out of games? Oh, you know, I did too. Fry is like your sister. Really gives little sister vibes, doesn't she? She's like the cute little gremlin. Astra's the one that's usually on University, I think. And Shiver, I think, is the one that's zombie. What is Fry gonna be? Fry's... is it skeleton? ghost? I don't know. Yeah. Mr. Foxy decided to upgrade the Wi-Fi with the stuff that he found from the dump yesterday, and he decided to disconnect it right as I was starting a salmon run match. So I dropped right at the very beginning of my salmon run. I made it through my bonuses though. It was a struggle. The randoms were randoming. Yes, dog, sigh a little bit harder. Your life is so difficult. So difficult. I feel so bad for this doggo. He never gets any treats. He never gets any toys. He never gets any pets. He never gets any love. He never gets to play outside. He never gets to see new people. Doggo is a heckin' mood. Actually. He really is a mood right now. Let me see if I can take his picture without him. I'll take it in selfie over my shoulder. He's probably gonna move. Yeah, Astra, save him. There, I got a picture of the poor pupper. Doggo needs a therapist. I need a therapist. Doggo is the therapist. Doggo just sits for love and pats and gives big dog hugs. There, Rooney, I sent you the doggo. He's a heckin' mood. It shows just how terrible his life is. So neglected. Don't go gambling. It's not good for you. Isn't that a mood? You can just hear the sigh looking at that dog. The cutest thing that my pets have done exist. They do cute things every day. This morning my cat, as soon as I came out from like getting ready for the day and I sat down in a chair to put my socks on, and she just hops up into my lap and she's like, nope, you're staying here for right now. And I had no choice. I just had to stay there because Cato is there. I'm not in love with how that looks, but it's okay. We can come back to it. She stayed there for like half an hour. First she cleaned herself from head to toe, and then then she curled up and took a nap. And then finally I moved her because I wanted to get up. Because she would sit there for 2 hours if I let her. Astra, I would hang on to them. Especially since yesterday, didn't you say like you got scammed out of something? I would hold on to them. I think Astra kind of relies on autocorrect sometimes. Got to get that name added in there. Oh, now I got to go back to my reference picture. There it is. No, don't refresh. Thank you. Oh, she's wearing a freaking seashell on top of her head. I gotta add that. I'll add that on a different layer. If I were you, Astra, I would hold on to them. Is it bad that I know what kind of shell the shell on Fry's head is based off of? That's that autistic knowledge just kind of hanging in there. Once you learn a thing, it never goes away. It's useful for when you need reference images of other stuff to draw. And you know what to look for. We had fun playing too yesterday. Well, I did until my kids started being a pain in the behind. Yesterday was overstimulating for a number of reasons for them, so I get it. Oh man, if 2 had squid roll, yeah, that's if 2 had squid roll, I would be in there all the frickin' time. I feel like it's more complete game. Like, I like the features that 3 has, but 2 just feels like a more complete game to me. And if they had added squid rolls and squid surges, that'd be like, well, you know the phrase I would use. It'd be perfection. Well, I know it is a complete game. It just, like, 3 felt like 3 by comparison feels like it's lacking a lot. But I don't think I can, I can't grind into the way that I do in 3. I just really, I don't know, watching my growth in 3, I've been so happy with just, like, you guys never met me before playing this franchise in the first place. And, like, I would not do action games. I wouldn't do shooters. Like, I would stay away from them altogether. Yeah, I think competitive is definitely the name of the game. And the people that, dog, get your face away from my keyboard. No, go. I think the push for competitive can also show in the people that are, like, really, really autistic about it. Like, there's the people that are casual autistic, where it's still, like, I love it, I love it, I love it. But then there's the people that are like, oh, this is the best weapon, and this is the best mode, and this is the one that you should learn, and nah. Like, I have thoughts. I mean, I don't know. I don't have anything to compare it to. Because, like I said, this is the only one that I've ever known, so... Alright, let's not do the hands. Let's ignore the hands. Pretend like they're they're not there. They look good while they're in sketch phase. They're gonna look awful if I try to finish them. We'll pretend that they're good hands. They're alright. She's such a cutie. Yeah, like me with my beloved Aerospray. And so that's actually something, going back into 2, yesterday when you told me to try Aerospray, or you asked why I'm not on Aerospray, and then I did go back to it, and you know how much I've been really grinding on the new colors 1 and 3. And I've been learning, I see a flaw. I've been learning how to handle the shooter part of it a lot better. And then I took that back over into 2, and I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I am okay with this weapon just as a weapon. Because I felt like my performance, especially on frickin' Muscle Forge, I hate that map. That is one of my hardest maps on 2. But until Dan jumped in. I only have the 1 unlocked. I'm level 12, dude. I don't know what weapons. I don't think I have the other Aerosprays. You know, fandoms can GTFO. Let people like what they like. Let people use what they use. Like, it makes people big mad to watch me playing with my frickin' Aerospray. I love my Aerospray. Nobody will be able to take it from me. You'll have to pry it from my cold, dead hands. My cold, dead squid fingers. There's that dog groaning again. Your life is so tough. I love you, pupper. You're a good boy. Also, I love that you guys come in here and just, like, nerd out about the game while I'm drawing stuff from the game. What did the foil flings have in 2? Please, info dump more. I am listening. I love to listen to info dumps. This background music that I have right now is on YouTube. It's like supposed to be an Animal Crossing coffee shop sort of thing. I just heard the sound of cicadas thrown in there. Not Animal Crossing summer without the cicadas. There, we'll do that. That looks good. Suction bomb and tentas. I don't like ink mine as a sub weapon. I really don't like something that doesn't do something like right away. I don't like having to be strategic. But I will say, watching you use the Tenta missiles in 3 helped me to figure out the best way to use it in 2. I felt like I was doing okay with Tenta missiles yesterday when I was on... What was I on that had it? I don't even remember. Whatever had the missiles. Because, like, I never thought to... Like, I guess it didn't register that you have to kind of stand back and look for who you're going to target. And I would just, like, throw it out. Yeah, in 3 you have to have 2 in sequence and hope that your opponent actually steps on them both or already has some ink on them. It's more insulting to be splatted by an ink mine in 3. Yeah, we'll work on these hands. Oh, she needs her bracelets. I'm gonna do decorations on another. Nah, we'll put these on right now. Because it's gonna need to incorporate. Because we kind of gotta go like that. And the big old squid thumb. Ash is obnoxious in the best possible way. You see why, like, after one round with them, I think they were even on the opposing team, and I was like, I want to add that one. And that's how we met. And then I went stalking on the internet and found them, and the rest is history. We are the same person. Just different ages. My tummy is telling me it's lunchtime. I'm not thrilled with the pinky finger, but I think coloring and shading will make it what it needs to be. We'll take it the rest of the way. I think we're good. like, you guys don't understand. Hands are, just like most other artists, the bane of my existence. I am not good with hands. But I think that looks alright. We're getting there. Could be worse. Alright, now let's do her cute little eyes. They're challenging. Were you here when I was drawing with my friend on the stream? And that totally messed up. I was drawing with my friend on the stream and shared about how the best way to draw a hand is to start with a butt, and then you can draw a hand from there. Like, if you just draw a couple of cheeks together, and that gives you like the thumb pad and then the other part of the hand. Yeah, my friend Rue. They're gonna be with me at the convention. We're going to set up tomorrow. I'm not ready at all, but that's okay. It's my last event of the year, and then I'm starting fresh next year. Hopefully with more art. Are we looking okay? Yeah, we're looking alright. Yeah, so my main business, I'm gonna still kind of keep the main aspects of it, but it's like bath and body stuff, like the skincare, which has been fun, but with my physical limitations from long haul after the virus, I'm not able to like stand for really long periods of time while I'm making stuff. It's basically like cooking. The best part of making soap is that your dishes wash themselves because it's just soap. But you still have to wash dishes. And there's just a lot of standing and like lifting, moving, things that kind of get in the way if you're not very... It's not that I'm not physically fit, it's that my endurance is not what it was. And so I kind of have to do something that I can not have to rely so much on physical... I don't want to say physical movement because I still... Let's make another layer. Still have a lot of physical movement. I still do a lot of like... Especially setting up for the conventions and the weekend markets and stuff takes a lot of physical activity. But the long-term hours on your feet making stuff, and then you have to have hours on your feet setting up and selling stuff, and it's just kind of tricky. So until my endurance comes back, I'm kind of gonna be trying to focus on building up more like art products. I want to do prints and stickers and, you know, what everybody else does, but I would like to get more. And I miss doing art. I really do. Like, I stopped about 13 years ago. I'd had enough people talking me down and insulting me. And then I had an epiphany one day, and after meeting one of my, I guess you'd call him an anti-hero. Is he an anti-hero? I don't know. one of the guys that was crapping all over my work. And I realized he was just crapping on people because he was that guy. Don't be that guy. So I want to get back into it, and I want to make up for the 10 years, the 13 years. 13 years. Yeah, Astra, I took a look. They look super cute. I don't know why I couldn't find them before. I did a search and they didn't come up, but then the thing that you sent came up, so I followed them. They're cute. I think I might skip streaming this afternoon. I don't want to fight with my children. And I want to get my stuff ready for the convention. Yeah, I like to stay consistent. Like, not just because of, not for the sake of streaming, but also because it keeps me consistent when I have a schedule, like a daily schedule. Yesterday was a lot, though, and I'm still sleeping off my vaccinations, and I just would probably get punchy. So, I think I'm going to skip streaming a game today. I'll work on this, and then we'll do something else. Ah, she's looking cute. I'm going to leave the mask on a separate layer for now, though. I'll put that underneath. I don't think it'll really matter. Alright. Because we need to draw her decorations, too. She is heckin' cute. Look at that. And if you put them side by side, they look super cute. ¿Qué pasó? Astra. I know it's backwards. Pero no entiendo. ¿Cómo se dice? No lo puedo leer. I can't read it. Backwards. That's cute, but I don't like it. It's stressful. Yeah, I had to take a second. I know. It took me a little bit. I haven't had a lot of caffeine today. You guys have to go easy on me. You don't have to, but I'm just not going to understand anything if you don't. Why am I not... What's going on? Sketch layer. There it is. Oh. Don't try it on me. I don't like it. Ew. You're sneaking like a mouse. You're sneaking like a mouse.
I didn't think I was.
Mm.
Just walked in like usual through the gate aside. So it's free.
Through the gate aside.
Yep.
Pow!
And you're like, why are you sneaking? I'm like, I just threw the gate open. I'm not sure what you're talking about.
What up?
Not much. Got a call coming up.
Okay.
I could not finish my ramen, but I had more cake.
You couldn't finish your ramen, but you had more cake.
Yep. A bit more cake.
A bit more cake. Look, she's cute.
Yeah, she is.
I like the two of them side by side.
Yeah.
Now I just need Rue and Luke to help me finish. I need to suck the creative juices out of them at the convention. And be like, hey, hey. My feet feel cold.
I mean, I've been wearing shoes and a coat all day.
I have... Dog, get your tail away from my water. I have socks and slippers on, but I'm still... My feet are cold. Sammy! Your tism helps you read it? To read backwards? Oh, so you're just going to skip school?
I'm going to go put in the last Wi-Fi node.
I don't think that should disrupt anything.
No, it should not.
But that's what disrupted...
Your device hopped Wi-Fi
Yeah.
channels.
Are you going to be going upstairs to my office then?
Yeah.
Okay. When you're up there, could you bring down my over-ear headset thing and the square clamshell case that it comes in because it has the charger cord in it? Should be... They should both be on my desk up there.
Okay.
But I wanted to bring that to the convention because it's the bone conduction.
Yeah.
So I can, like, hear and then hear. Dog! Hey, no, his tail needs to not be as happy.
Here.
He needs a sad tail. That's why that was there.
Yep. The dog barrier.
It is a dog barrier. He needs a sad tail. I gotta show you this picture that I took of him earlier because he just, like, he heaved the biggest sigh. And then he just flopped himself down. And then he's getting pets. That's the problem. That's why his tail is going crazy. He just, like, flops on his bed and he's like, poor me.
Poor me.
It's so tough to be a doggo.
If it wasn't covered in dog hair, I'd just, like, go steal his bed, see if he does.
If he wasn't covered in dog hair?
If his bed wasn't covered in
Oh,
dog hair.
if his bed wasn't. I was going to say, he's a dog. What do you expect him to... I shave him, but it comes right back.
Marry a dog.
Chihuahuas, this is definitely not a Chihuahua. He is 80 pounds of big lap dog love. He thinks he's small. He is not.
80 pounds.
He
I
is
think he's
not.
5 pounds.
Oh man, he thinks he's Buddy. He thinks he's a Yorkie. Don't put him in your trench coat. What are you doing?
You need at least 3 dogs if you're gonna do that, right?
You need 3 dogs in a trench coat. Actually, I think he'd probably fit your trench coat all by his lonesome.
We'll bring your headset down.
Okay, it's not urgent. Like I said, I just want to bring it to the convention.
Yep.
And it needs to charge because I don't think I've used it in like a year. I have not been in my office very much. All small peeps are ankle biters, including my children. Actually, my older child is like 5'3" now, and she is thrilled. Still not taller than me, though. All right. You're not that much older. You're like a year older than she is. She just turned 13 yesterday. You know what? I think what I might end up doing with these when I color them, I might just use the pencils and color it like it's freaking colored pencils. December birthdays are the best, I'm just saying. Because my birthday's in a month and a half, almost exactly. No, it is exactly. Why is she so stinking cute? Thank you. I'm getting tired and we haven't even started in on the details yet. I'm gonna need to take that lunch break. Rooney, are you streaming today? Are you planning to stream? Yes. I will go and give tappy taps instead of streaming today. I'm just tired. You had to lock in. Salmon Run has been tricky. It wasn't the worst. The randoms were definitely randoming. My birthday is December 1st, which I feel like is a nice, safe distance away from Christmas and New Year. I'm gonna be a whopping 42. Right? 42? Yeah, 42. I don't know how old I am. I'm old enough to be most of your parents. And if not your parent, then your older sibling. Wait, why is there a crying face, Rooney? Excuse me. Respect your elders. Silver. Wait, no. They call them silver muzzles. I only ever heard gray muzzle referring to people that are like 30 or 35 and older. I have not heard silver muzzle. I definitely have some just a few gray hairs. I keep my hair super short because sensory issues, but when it grows out, it has like the. I'm weird, I love it. It has like the silver wings that come off of my temples. Well, yeah, I figured silver is a tier higher. What is that, 50? 45, 50 years old? Yeah. Yeah. And here's the curse of being autistic is I'm like still in my 20s in my mind. You just like you get to this point where it's not that age doesn't matter, it's just that you realize that it doesn't really matter in a number of aspects, and a lot of it is just like social. Mostly social. Makes things really weird though. And I can understand though now why. So I've been going to furry conventions since the early 2000s. Gosh, I'm old. Oh my goodness. Since 2002 was my first furry convention. And there are so many people in them that are like at them that are older, but like they're still cool to hang with. Well, now I'm that demographic, and I think I'm cool to hang with, but you know. What's you? Still 20s in your mind? Just don't like being reminded that you're older. No, man, we're the same flavor of neurodivergent. It's very clear. I hate having to be the grown up. And at the same time, I love being the grown up because we can, like, make our own decisions in a lot of things. Ooh, Sammy, I can help you there. I've been also dyeing my hair for longer than you've been alive. Oh man, I haven't dyed my hair in about a year. I didn't dye it. I let it grow out before I had my surgery, and I haven't dyed it since my surgery. If I had energy and if I had time, I would do it before the convention, but I haven't even plucked my eyebrows, let alone get my hair dyed. I'm gonna be such a gremlin creature at the convention, but you know, whatever. I have reached the point where I don't care. We're gonna clean up Fry a little bit. Yeah, so you get to do cool things like pick your own license plate number saying thing. And if you want to have a fandom plate, you can. And I do. You get to make all sorts of decisions as an adult. I think I need to go use the bathroom real quick. Driving is great. Adult money is great. And it's not. It is, but it's not. Like, you have to make responsible decisions with it. Have to. Like, I'm still paying off that dishwasher. It's almost there. It's more than halfway paid off. But then you can be like, hey, we've got enough money for a secret switch too. And then you stash it and you forget about it. Try not to think about it. It's become such a running joke, but it's it's actually there. I might. Well, no. So you don't understand. There really is a secret. I can say it now because there's no kids here. There really is a secret switch too in my closet. And literally, if the kids just open the my closet doesn't even have a door on it. It has like a curtain, one of those divided Japanese curtains. And if the kids would just open the curtain, they would see it. It's right there. But they don't. No, I put something in front of. What did I put in front of it? I put something in front of it, so it's not easily visible. But it's literally just this whole time. It's been there since early September. It's been there since early September, and I told Mr. Foxy, I was like, if you want to get it out and like play it during the daytime, you can, like charge it up and play it, but then we couldn't do Mario Kart World on it because it's the bundle. We couldn't do Mario Kart World because then it would show up on our play history. And they'd be like, when did you get to play that? Also, Astra, I'm going to let you know, my brain can't handle the backwards typing. If you want to keep on doing that, you're free to, but I will not be responding to it because it's taking a lot of brain power just to draw. It's taking a lot of brain power just to exist right now. Doggo. Chill out, dude. I'll clean it up more later. Let's work on some decorations. My favorite coffee type? My favorite coffee has to be, this is non-negotiable, it has to be French pressed, not too hot. It needs to have chocolate and milk blended in with it to cover up the flavor. It has to be done right, otherwise I will not drink coffee. I do not like coffee at all. Fear of dad breath. I wonder if the baking soda trick in coffee would help. It might. Yeah, I have no regrets over having my OLED. I got that before my surgery, like a week before my surgery. And no regrets. No regrets. Are we really going to draw individual chain links on Fry's forehead? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Goes from like right there. You know what? Let's do this in a different color. We'll go with red. What do you mean OLED was bait? Well, I will say that in my case, mine is the Switch, the Splatoon 3 Switch. And mine was absolutely 100% bait. And it got me. It got me good. I drink Mountain Dew. I have at least one every day. No, I will say, so we have here's the grown-up money flex. We have right now, including the secret Switch, we have 6 Nintendo Switches in our house. The first one that we got was the Animal Crossing New Horizons, the dockable one, and we got that in 2020. That was the first one that we ever got, And so that one has been fine, but that's like that one we keep mostly tethered to the television. The kids kind of just need to leave it there because I don't trust them with the Joy Cons. And then we have a Switch Lite that I got for me. Yeah, grown up money, dude. I'm flexing. Um, I have the I have my Switch Lite, which is what I started playing this game on. And then I have Mr. Foxy got a Switch Lite too. We got those like at the pandemic. We got that with pandemic money when they sent the stimulus checks during the shutdown. We got those because we knew we were going to be like going crazy in the house. And I did not want to share an Animal Crossing island with my children. So we each got our own. And then when we moved, I got a secondhand OLED Switch for like, and a bunch, like it came with games and all the accessories, and it came with like one of the handheld, like, what do you call it? Like a gamepad, like a controller. It's like a Bluetooth controller that it docks into. And so I gave that one to Mr. Foxy so he could have his own that he could dock. And he really enjoyed it, and I played on it for a little bit, and I liked the screen a lot better. And so then I got mine right before my surgery. And I will say in-game quality being the same, yes and no. As your elder, I will say that it's clearer. I can see much clearer on the OLED screen than I can on either of the other. When I was holding my Switch Lite to transfer my Animal Crossing island the other day, it is so tiny, and I have no idea how I played this game for. That's the one that I spent probably 500 hours on Splatoon 3. 500 hours on a Switch Lite on sticks. And somehow I still really love the game. But no, I do handheld a lot. I do use handheld a lot. So, like I said, I started on the Switch Lite, and so moving to handheld, the OLED made a lot of sense. $500? No, they were like $200 when I got mine. Switch Lites are not very expensive. My light is still going, but I wrecked one of the joysticks playing ranked my first time doing zones, and I was just like, no, we got to get off of the light and move on to a handheld controller. Not handheld controller, you know what I mean, a pro controller thing. Yeah, that was the other thing that I didn't like about it, is that it's handheld only, and there's no way, like, you can replace. I was looking at replacing my joystick. You have to take the whole thing apart, because I am not technologically inept. I'm a capable, I can do hardware, I can do software, I am capable of disassembling and reassembling things, but I looked up the method to replace the joysticks in the Switch Lite, and you have to not only do you have to take everything apart and keep your screws sorted and whatnot, but you have to basically disassemble the entire unit to get to the joysticks, and you risk losing your data. And I was just like, oh, I'm not gonna do that. So that's part of why I switched to the OLED, and now I use a controller on the TV. I'll be right back. You guys talk amongst yourselves. Hang on, Pupper. You need to go out? Rooney, what Steam Deck do you have? I'm thinking of maybe stashing a secret Steam Deck for Mr. Foxy for Christmas. Depends on how the convention goes. That's not where that line goes. What virtual console games? The only other person that I know that has a Steam Deck is in Japan. I know he really likes his. Oh, for the Nintendo Switch Online thing? I would play, but we don't have that. We just buy DLCs down outright. We have grown-up money, but we don't have that grown-up money. Let's make that one smaller. Yeah, I get that. I actually missed out on a lot of like the N64 and GameCube. We got 1, 2, 3 on either side. They look like little Christmas lights. I know they're like little coins. I just watched somebody do this earlier. How do we copy? Copy and paste. Flip. No! I don't know, I have such a hard time moving. No! Don't be lonely, classic gamer. All the old SNES games were like, that was my thing. You should stream some of your older favorites. I mean, you've seen the way that people go crazy for us playing Splatoon 2. People would probably enjoy watching you watching you do other games. We'll merge you down. I'd show up for it. If you do get a desktop computer, get a PC and not an Apple. Get something that you can modify. Y'all should see how our computers are set up here. It's crazy. We have an L-shaped desk in the corner. It's like a pretty big desk, but there are 3 desktop computers and a television screen and a and a printer. We're literally all on top of each other, which is why we can't have streams without the children, because they're literally like right next to my elbows. So I will say, all throughout my high school and college time, I was a Mac girl through and through. You could pry my Mac from me from my cold, dead hands. But, and I will say this, so we had one of the original iMac that has like the handle in the top of it. Those things that look like the, you know, the old Game Boy Colors, like the see-through plastic. I had one of those, and so this is how big of a nerd I am. You're gonna laugh. In high school, I would go to LAN parties. Forget sleepover parties. I would go to LAN parties. You kids these days don't know. You don't know. You don't know LAN parties because you all have Wi-Fi. But I would show up to the LAN party with my dudes. I just walk in carrying the computer in one hand. They're carrying this big old setup. And it was fun to just have my thing plug and play, get ready to go. It was very limited in the games that we could play. We played a lot of Quake 2 back then. That was the last shooter game that I played before I got into Splatoon. But yes, oh no, I remember we watched the trailer for that at the LAN party. I remember that, dude. Like, everybody was so hyped. We would play anime. Like, we would just have it on in the background. There was one time where they mistakenly chose an anime that was not appropriate for high schoolers. And they made sure to cover my eyes and my ears with my hoodie so that I was not able to see the things that were inappropriate. We had some really good wholesome friends back then. But no, the thing that changed it for me though was just, it reached a point where they could no longer keep up with PCs. That, like, if you wanted it for gaming, I used mine in college for doing graphic design because I went for art and graphic design, and I used it because back then the Macs were like the powerhouse for doing art, for doing digital art. But now PCs can keep up, and they are just so much more customizable. They're so much more adaptable. Like, you guys will be here in the chat and you'll hear Mr. Foxy come back from the dump and he's like, oh, I found a new graphics card, I found a new power supply, and then he just upgrades the computer. You can't do that with an Apple. So I've definitely turned from a Mac girl these days. No, we don't want to do that. And we'll go PC all the way. But no, good times, good nostalgia times. I agree also, Rooney, that I miss that type of gaming. Like, there was something to be said. Oh man, we had the best time. We'd drink Jolt Cola and stay up until all hours and stop stretching it. I want you to move it. We would stay up all night. We wouldn't sleep. We got up to other shenanigans too, just like wholesome high school shenanigans. Why will you not move? I want you to move. There. Is that a good spot? I remember one time one of the boys got the bright idea they're like, silly string is flammable, isn't it? We should go outside and light it on fire. And then we sprayed these silly strings all the way up and down the sidewalk, tried to light it on fire. And I'm looking at the can. I say, guys, it says right here it's non-flammable. And we're just like, oh man. And we went back inside to play video games. No! Hugs for the Fopso. Don't be depressed. You're still finding your people. You'll find them, I promise. At the very least, you're stuck with me from now on, because that's another thing about being autistic, is once you're friends, you're stuck with that friend. No! Not that. Why are you... Oh, I know. Because I forgot to merge it down. Life without an iPhone. There's really not much of a difference. An iPhone is a cell phone. Unless you're talking like the old phone that's not a smartphone. There we go. No! Mistakes were made. Wait, why did it not duplicate? Whatever. No, it didn't duplicate, did it? Should have just drawn them by hand. No, we don't want that. We want this. I'm getting too distracted talking about the good old days. There we go. So you're talking about the old phones, like the ones that have just buttons and no smartphone screen. Yes, stop it. Why will you not move? There we go. There. Locked to direction. What does that mean? Now we need to shrink it and rotate it. My phone is going to run out of battery. There we go. We'll just leave it there. Erase that a little bit. We good? I don't like where that is. There. Close enough for now. Oh, I loved my slide phone. Mine was one that had it had like it was one of the first built-in music players. It was so nice. All right, my girl, let's take a look at your chains. What do we got? We'll merge down. 1:30ish. Yeah, I still do. I will download MP3s from YouTube still, especially for my kids because I don't want them browsing YouTube. They will get sucked into that. And we have the YouTube Kids, but it's not like it doesn't really do much for parental controls. I'm not impressed with YouTube Kids. So, but I will just download the MP3s and put them on their phone so they can listen to their music. Well, Beebs really likes the Nintendo Music app now. He listens to the Pikmin song, First Day's Results, every night at bedtime for his little thing. So I'm happy with that. But, like, if I want an MP3, I save the song. I think my slide phone was an Ericsson. Like, it was designed specifically for music. Oh, man. The more, like, dude, the more I get to know you, you are Mr. Foxy's Ash. What Ash is to me, you're like that to Mr. Foxy. Because, like, that's something that he has been into. Not so much anymore. I mean, he still does. He plays video game music, but he gets it a lot from YouTube. Back in the day, though, like, he was all over, like, any video game music. And video game remixes, like, we had all the overclocked remixes of all the video game songs. I don't know if that was before your time or if you're familiar with overclocked. We yeah, no. Dude, we had video game music in our wedding. We had Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts music in our wedding. Like, you can't get nerdier than that. Oh, I had the original iPod that has the spinning wheel. My iPod walked so that yours could run. Not really sure what's going on with her. We'll just make it up as we go along. It was a very nerdy wedding. No, okay, so it was so nerdy that our photographer was my friend that ran a furry art archive website back in the day. It was so nerdy. Yeah, no, Sammy, you definitely need to find yourself somebody that'll play your favorite video game music. I told you too, Rooney. I was like, when you guys started talking, when you dropped Dokapon Kingdom on us, and we're like, oh boy. Did you ever do the overclocked remixes? Oh man, there's this song. It's a remix from Super Mario 2 that's like big band style. And it is my favorite remix of, like, all time. I love that version of that song. I'll have to see if I can find it. Can you tell you've touched on a little bit of a special interest here too? See, I've told you, you've come to the right place. I would say you found your right people, but I found you, so I'm taking credit for that one. Oh, is there? Oh, man. The only bit that I've seen of Mario Kart World is when Beebs played the trial at Target before we acquired our secret Switch. And I think First was streaming it. Somebody was streaming it, and I watched them play for a little bit. Ooh, yeah, that would be good, Sammy. I mean, here's the thing that people don't really tell you is you can have whatever music you want at your wedding. Nobody can stop you. You can just do what you want. I love being a grown up. Do I love all the bills and the work and the frickin' politics and the worries of the world? No. But there are other things that are good about it. Trust in the process. Oh man. Oh, that reminds me. There is a song. How familiar are you with Studio Ghibli music? Like, I love the soundtracks from pretty much any of the Miyazaki films. All the music. I love it. Um, there is a song from the end of Princess Mononoke that is just like, it was really calm and peaceful piano music, and I was playing that song one time while I was in high school because I saw that movie in the theater in high school. But I pirated the soundtrack, and I was playing that song on the computer, and my dad walks in, he's like, "Oh, I love this hymn. What is it?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Mr. Foxy did the sound stuff at church for a little bit, and then we moved to be 40 minutes away. And now the church is compromised. We're just going to let it be. Now Mr. Foxy's the sound guy at home. I don't need to draw it all through. Well, I will draw it all through there. Just not. There we go. Yeah. I love Kiki's delivery service. Also, the other night, Rooney, you said another one of my buzzwords, and I kept in the hyperfixation, but Sailor Moon, oh boy. I would give a tour of my office, but I don't want to flex. Oh, we have most of the Studio Ghibli movies on DVD. There was there was a time we went to Epcot at Disney World in Florida, and I was looking at, they have a limited amount of Studio Ghibli merchandise there, and I love finding something there to get. Like, Beebs picked out a little Kodama. We've gotten all sorts of cute little Totoro things. They have a nice selection, small little selection, but it's because Pokemon sells more. But I was looking at some of that stuff on my own, and Mr. Foxy had the kids away from where I was. But there was another lady that, she was older than me. She was probably, this was got to be like close to 10 years ago at this point. It was pre-pandemic. So, but she's looking at the merchandise, and she picks something up, and it's from Pompoko. And if you don't know anything about Pompoko, it is a hilarious movie. It is absolutely worth the watch, but it is also a little bit vulgar by Western standards because the Tanuki has magical sacks that are attached between their legs. And so she was asking me, she's like, "Oh yeah, my daughter loves these movies, and is this something that's good to bring to her for a souvenir?" And I had to stand there in the middle of Epcot and explain to this older woman what precisely is the what precisely is the entire premise of Pompoko and what they do in the movie. Because she had no idea. And when I was done explaining, there was a look on her face that was somewhere between incredulous and just outright hilarity, because it's absurd. It is absurd. It's hilarious. But so I'm explaining to her what happens in the movie, and by the time I'm finished, she's like, wait, I need to get my husband. So she calls her husband over, and like her brother or somebody, they had somebody else with them, and had me explain it all over again with a straight face, mind you, because this is the best part about being autistic, is like you just dump the facts and go. And it was so funny. Just describing to these poor unsuspecting white people in Epcot about what is going on. And why no, that might not be the best thing to bring as a souvenir for your... It's an adult daughter, but still. It might not be the best thing to bring as a souvenir if you're not familiar with it. Y'all, when you get older, you get stories, and it's so much fun. Can't believe I had to explain it twice. Alright, let's draw these. Just so many stories. So many stories. No, the movie is fantastic. The movie has so much in it that's just, I love that movie. We quote that movie still. Not a ton. My kids haven't seen that one yet, with good reason. Mainly because they would probably enjoy it, and no, it's a very cute movie. It's a lot of fun. The story is good. The characters are phenomenal. I love that movie. It's just not what you're expecting when you think of like My Neighbor Totoro. And then Pompoko is a different flavor. For sure. And for some reason, people are always asking me these things. Like, I must just have like a friendly vibe or something. I don't know. Because they're always asking me for details. Like, yep. Yep-a-rooney. This is going to take me forever. It'll look cool when it's done. It's an unhinged smiley face. I know there are probably faster ways to do this, and there are probably better ways to do this, but I am learning, and it's therapeutic. I'm gonna miss this while I'm at the convention over the weekend. You guys are gonna have to behave without Mom hanging out. You don't have your tablet and you lost your stylus. What happened? I love you, Sammy, but that's why I'm not going to get my own kid her own tablet and stylus. You a lot more careful with things when you have grown-up money. That it hurts a lot more when you lose those things. Not that I wish that pain on anybody. I think I'll go for about 15 more minutes and then I'll turn it off. Go get some lunch. Because I still haven't eaten. Yeah, Rooney, if you start your stream up in a little bit, I will eat ramen while watching yours. Tradesies. Oh, at least your uncle has it. I'm glad your uncle was able to get it. Is it just like a stylus, or is it like an Apple Pen sort of thing? What? You better not have lost any of my work. Thank you. Are we still on the correct layer? We are on the correct layer. I think it lost a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what just happened there. It's my tablet telling me it's time for a break. Sole reason of napping. Good times. I'm not able to take naps usually. If I do, it's from sheer exhaustion. The middle one is a little bit longer, and it's like a leaf shape. Is that too long? That might be too long. Let's do this. No. I'm really happy with how it's turning out. It's a lot more detail than I usually put into things. And then it has like a little secondary at the end of it. Artistic liberty. I'm glad I did this instead of trying to color. Ooh, markers that don't have noticeable overlap and don't easily get out of the lines. What markers have you used? A lot of it comes down to your technique and your paper also. One of my friends, back in my furry days, as if I'm not still hanging out there, one of my friends, though, way back when, she made magnificent pieces of art with marker. Like, it looked amazing. And like, she just would crank it out like nobody's business. All right, let's put your seashell fry, and then we'll call it done. If you have the money for Copic markers, you can try those out. Those are usually pretty good. They've been the standard for a while. But that's the wrong angle. And they're refillable, which was the big thing that sold me on them. The fact that they're refillable. Prismacolors were like the standard back when I was learning. And they're probably still pretty good, but they were not refillable. They were very expensive. And let's see. We'll do the shell like so. They were, they dry out pretty easily, which is not ideal. You guys have no idea how stupidly excited I am that this turned out so cute. Thank you, Sammy. I'm just so excited. Is it the best drawing ever? No. But is it a really good one for me? Yes. Yes, it is. Yeah, that's wrong. Go. Get out of here. There we go. I think I'm going to call this one done for now. Let me go. Not there. This one. We can change this to... Why are you not going? There, that's close. Alright. I will call her finished for now. Oh, she's so stinking cute. Bye, Sammy, if you're still here. I don't think anybody, Astra might be the only one here. That's okay. I wrapped it up, so I'm gonna go ahead and save. We'll save a PNG. Save image. We'll save the video. Astra is still here. It's quiet in the chat right now. That's okay. Save video. And I'm going to go get some lunch. And then I'm going to take the afternoon off from streaming. There's Astri. Hi. You're here just in time for me to be wrapped up and getting ready to go do other things. Go get some lunch. Okay, I'm going to email that to myself. We'll just reply to this one. This is a long thread, but it has all my art. I know. I just finished this up and I need to eat lunch because my kid is coming home from school in a little bit. But I'll be back again. Probably not till Monday or so. Oh, that's right. This is offline because we changed the internet. But I'll be back. There's the Wi-Fi. I'll be back next week. So if you're not already following, make sure you do follow, because I stream pretty much every day. I have a convention I need to work this weekend, so I'm not going to be streaming over the weekend. Join. No, Fish and Chips is closed. Our favorite place to go. Okay, let's cancel. Let's reply again. They're closed for the season. They'll open again in the spring. I have leftovers I need to eat for lunch. We're attaching that video. I might stream some on art if I have convention commissions, but no promises. Okay. We'll go back to Procreate. They look so good side by side, too. Okay, I'm I'm more confident in my abilities now. And I'm going to have to put together... one of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to spend some time putting together, like... Oh, what do you call it? Signs for my... Oh, that's my email I just sent myself. Signs for the convention table with artwork and stuff. So, all right, guys. Thank you for hanging out. I'll be back again on Monday.